Hey everyone!
Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us again. We've got another beautiful plant to present to you today, don't we, Jared?
Yeah, so today we will be talking about Crassula Ovata Lemon Lime, and yes, that is the scientific name.
It
Yep.
almost sounds too easy. You've left me with all the hard ones today. So it's also called a Variegated Jade, a Crassula Ovata Variegata, and a Crassula Ovata Tricolor.
Yeah, so as Gareth was saying there, one of its nicknames is the Tricolor, which is for a very obvious reason. So as you can see, the leaves do get a green, ivory or pale kind of yellow colour to them, which, yeah, obviously they're the tricolours. Apart from that, you'll also get little tinges
One more bonus colour.
of pink. So this tends to happen on both new growth, but as well as just areas where it's had a bit more sun exposure and stuff as well.
And we'll put a picture up about, I don't know, there somewhere, so you can see that a bit more clearly.
Yep. Yeah, so apart from that, what you can expect with these guys, they'll get to about 1.2 metres tall. So I think that was about 4 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you'll also find that they get to about 45 centimetres wide.
So we had to shrink this one down before we did the video for you. It's about a fifth of that size, this plant now. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so apart from that, what you will notice with these guys, the leaves do get to about 5 centimetres in length, or 2 inches in terms of size.
Yeah.
Apart from that as well, these guys will flower in autumn or fall if you're in Australia.
Beautiful.
So you'll tend to get white with pinkish edging on the flowers, and they tend to be clusters as well.
Yeah, small but massed, yeah. So this one we've got in our garden along a south edge wall, isn't it again? So we've got it with morning sun sort of to about lunchtime, but then we shield this from the afternoon sun. This plant does prefer to have cooler, drier conditions, which again for us here, it's, you know, most of the year that's pretty true. Apart from, you know, middle of summer, that's why we'll protect it from the afternoon sun, and the depths of winter. This one's frost tolerant to -1 degree Celsius, or I think 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep, that's correct, yep.
So yeah, we get much lower than that. So we sometimes would put that inside, or we'd
So you can overwinter these guys,
yeah.
Hence why we've potted it.
And actually, that's another cool thing. Yeah, you can keep these as an indoor plant as well if, you know, you get much colder conditions than we do, or, you know, significantly hotter. You can definitely keep that inside if it's got a lot of light. So
sure,
yeah. The other thing is, if we were growing this outside, we could cover that in mulch to protect it from the frost, or what else was there? Oh, shade cloth as well is another, you know, or in a greenhouse, as long as it's got something protecting it from that frost, because you can get frostburn on those plants, which, you know, you clearly don't want. This also doesn't like humid conditions, so if you're in a tropical area, you can get the sort of black fungusy spots on them. Once that spot's on there, you can't get that off, so you'd have to take the leaf off to remove the spot. So something to be mindful of if you want to have your plant looking perfect.
Good ventilation.
So if you did have it in those tropical conditions, you need to make sure it's very ventilated. So yeah.
Yeah, so apart from that, in terms of plant care with these guys, you'll want to also have very good draining soil.
Yeah.
I know we say that in pretty much every one of these videos for these succulents, but it's one of the key things you need to remember for these guys. A well-draining soil will do you a lot of good for taking good care of these plants.
Yeah, so we put a bit of, you know, sand or perlite, you know,
rocks, pebbles,
anything mixed through it, so yeah, definitely gets that free draining soil.
Yeah, so apart from that, these guys you'll also want to monitor their leaves in terms of for their watering, as well as the soil. So as Gareth said in the last video, check the soil, check the leaves, it'll tell you what it needs. So yeah, if the leaves...
rules to follow, it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. So in terms of the leaves, we have shown it in a video before with a Crassula Ovata golem. But it's the same with these guys. If they start to shrivel, that's when you'll start to needing to water a little bit more. The other thing is checking that soil. So we'll leave a link for that for the Crassula Ovata golem as well, because
we did have
a good example of that. But yeah, I'll throw it back to you now, Gareth.
Yeah, so with propagation, there's two different ways you can do it. You can do it through the leaf or the stem. Again, you can probably do it with seed, but we won't bother touching on that. All you need to do is let it callus, which will take about a week for either way. And then within about a month after it's calloused, you'll get roots. So obviously if you cut it off as an actual stem, it's a much bigger plant, so it'll be further progressed. If you were to do it off of a leaf, then it's starting from scratch. It'll take you significantly longer to get to that size.
But it is doable.
But definitely doable.
You just got to be more patient.
Yeah, we've taken a cutting from the leaf and the stem, and we'll show you in a video, hopefully 6 months away, how they're going, just so we can
show the propagation.
Yeah, we'll just show you how propagation works. Yeah.
Speaking about that other stuff as well, it's just reminded me, just in terms of with this plant, one other key thing with plant care is that you do occasionally prune back a little bit of the green sections.
Yes.
So the greener leaves will tend to have more chlorophyll in them. So in terms of that chlorophyll helps provide energy to the plant.
Yes.
But if you've got too big a section of green leaves on it, they'll tend to grow a bit quicker than the other variegated sections. So it's good to occasionally prune them back a little bit to balance that colouring out, particularly taking them.
Yeah, so if you wanted it to look like that, you just continue cutting back until you get that sort of foliage. And again, you could use them as cuttings as well, so you could get plants from them. So they wouldn't be wasted if you did want to do that. Anything else, mate? Any other cool facts or?
Yeah, so the other thing, and it kind of leads into what we were talking to just before, is that, obviously with these plants, the green leaves have chlorophyll in them.
Yes.
But the interesting thing in terms of that is the kind of ivory to pale yellow kind of colour leaves will tend to take a bit of the energy from their neighbouring green plants.
They can't produce as much because they're not as green, essentially.
Yeah.
It's not easy being green. I ask these guys, but they prefer to be yellow or the ivory, I guess. But yeah, what a beautiful, striking plant. One of the
very beautiful. One of my favourites. This one, love this plant.
Yeah. So a fantastic plant for us, and we hope you love it as well. So I guess that'll wrap it up for us.
For sure, yep.
Yeah. So make sure you give us a like or
throw us a subscribe.
Yeah, come along for the ride every time. Don't miss out on any of our beautiful videos. Awesome, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for the support, guys. See ya.
Bye.